Hi everybody, just a few knives finished off this week. What are we on now? Thursday. These are all in 01 high carbon tool steel. First one up is a classic. This has been sold. Right hand belt sheath. So the knife's got beautiful stabilised Massa birch scales with leveless bolts, 8mm leveless bolts with a tapered tang. And black G10 liners. So that one's going out today. The other knife that I've completed a couple of camp knives with danglers. So we'll look at these. The first one up, we'll look at a knife for Matthew. I think I had a knife for sale. Matthew emailed me, but he was unfortunate enough not to be the first person. So I said to him that I might have a knife available in a few weeks' time. And so I'll often do that if I put a knife up on the website for sale, and if I get 2 or 3 emails in for it, I'll sell it to the first person, then I'll contact the others and say, look, I might have more knives available soon. But I do tend to get a lot of emails, and so when I put a knife up for sale, as soon as I've got a few emails in, I take it off, because it's just too much to cope with. You've got to understand that just a one-man band here. I got my wife, she's not been very well, she's been in hospital recently. She's got a heart condition, got 2 dogs to look after, the house to run, the business to run, the YouTube channels to run, and can just become a bit too much sometimes. So I don't take orders, I want to keep life simple, and I do not ship abroad. And I keep getting asked the same questions. Will you take an order? Will you ship abroad? And so there, I just answered that. So this is a lovely knife. Matthew sent me this wood, desert iron wood. There you go, Matthew. This has got a tapered tang. Just look at that gorgeous wood. And there's the knife in its full length. Get that camera off my face. So we've got we've got mosaic pins, quad mosaic pins. As I say, tapered tang with black G10 liners. Brass lanyard tube, and it's all round nice knife. The other one was built for another customer, but he's yet to respond to his email. So if he doesn't respond in the next couple of days, then I could be putting this on the website. So this is, so again, it's a right hand dangler sheath. And this one is a camp knife fitted with stabilised Massa birch. So as I say, all these knives are all in 01 carbon steel, tool steel, gauge plate, whatever you want to call it, and they've been triple tempered, hardened and triple tempered to approximately 58.7, between 58.7 and 59.3, I would say. and as you'd expect, all beautifully sharp. Currently in the workshop, I'm working on stainless steel SF100 knives. I'll put a photograph up now of the blanks. They're actually in the tempering oven this very moment as I'm filming this, and they're so as I say, they're all stainless steel SF100, Silver Fox 100. I've got a couple of hunter gatherers. One of those is a build for somebody. One will be spare maybe in a couple of weeks' time when I get round to finishing it. I've got 4 classics in stainless. One of them I know my friend John wants one, so I haven't forgot, John. You know who you are. All we can say is that he went clay pigeon shooting once and he had some buckshot cartridges. John, I know who he is. And I've got a couple of interesting little knives which I decided to resurrect. They were a design from a knife that I had many years ago when I first started knife making. I called it the Jacklore Mini, and so I took that design and I slightly tweaked the length of the handle and narrowed the blade down a little bit, and I thought it would make a nice whittling knife. So I got a couple of those on the go. They are kind of prototypes, and so I'm going to build up a couple of those. One's going to a friend of mine in Germany, Dan. He sent me some wood, so I'm going to build that up for Dan, and he can have that and test it for me. He's a very keen whittler. And the other I'm probably going to keep for myself as a little whittling knife, and just give it a good test and see how I get on with that. I'll show you the reverse side of those blades, because what I do, the picture that you're seeing at the moment is as they were plate quenched. That's how they come out of plate quench. They're heated to about 1060 degrees centigrade, and then they're plate quenched between 2 big aluminium plates to bring the temperature down. And then they go through a cooling cycle overnight, and then they're in the tempering oven now. But on the reverse side you can see where I've cleaned up the actual blades, and I like to polish them. It's only rough at this point, but you just got to take any ridges out and just get back to good metal at the point where you're going to be putting your Rockwell tester. And then if you polish it, if you get a polished surface, you get a more accurate reading. And so they've all had their Rockwell test. They all come out of the hardness where I expected them to be. So the tempering will just draw them back a couple of Rockwell points, and then they should be on point, spot on for where I want them to be after tempering. So all those stainless steel knives, they're probably going to be starting to have them finished toward the end of next week and the week after. As I say, it is taking me a bit longer to produce the knives. I'm only producing knives in very small quantities because I have got a lot of other things going on in the background, you know, not just running the business, but I say Mandy, my wife, has been poorly. She has been poorly for some time with her heart problem, and so I got to do a lot of things running around for her and helping her out. And then my 2 dogs need walking. The 2 YouTube channels, Jacklore Knives, which I don't update as regularly as perhaps I should, but because of the YouTube restrictions, YouTube does not promote knife making channels. It's just you know, they've got an anti-gun and an anti-knife policy, so it doesn't seem to work very well. Whereas my other channel, Wiltshire Man, I'm able to video my little going outdoors, camping videos, motorcycling, etc. And that seems to get promoted a lot more because it doesn't have any of the content that YouTube deem inappropriate, I suppose. So anyway, that's about it from here. Hope you've enjoyed the knives. Matthew, he did ask me to sign the back of the sheath, but it didn't take very well. There is a signature there somewhere. And you wanted a photograph with the knife. Well, if you can take a screenshot there, take a screenshot, happy face. That'll be your photograph, mate. I hope you like that. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching.